Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is all about planning and prepping for the cold winter months ahead. Are you ready? Do you have the supplies you need in case there's a storm or weather gets bad or someone gets sick? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you some easy, simple tips that you can start planning for now for those winter months ahead. So we've got some cold weather coming ahead, especially here in Illinois where I live, and I like to kind of prep and go through things a month or two ahead of time just to feel like I can breathe and that I have the necessary supplies for my family. Now, this video in no way is to make you go rush out to the stores, stock up on unnecessary items, but it's just to plan for the months ahead, because as a mom, I'm a big planner, so I always plan everything out, including the cold months ahead. So there's a lot of things that you can do right now just by simply looking at your house. You probably have most of these supplies. You can just get them ready, get them in a designated spot so you're not busy looking around for them, and they're gonna make a world of a difference. So one thing that I like to stock up on throughout the year, and when I mean stock up on, just have a couple of extra cases for a just if situation, is water. If you're a couponer and you're watching these videos, you know that we've been getting phenomenal deals on water. Water has a great expiration date, so it's always good to have a couple of cases on hand. I know Kroger had cases for $1.99. We stocked up on some super cheap cases at CVS. So when you see a good sale, maybe grab a case or two and just have it for those just in case instances. And an example of stocking up on water for my husband, he has a sleep apnea machine. So it's always really important that we have extra gallons of distilled water on hand, because he goes through those pretty quickly with his machine. So if you have anyone in that instance, stock up and grab a few. So in the winter time, it's always good to have just extra non-perishable foods. I've been grabbing a couple of great deals on Amazon with canned pastas, mac and cheese, just easy little items that you can have. If the power goes out, at least you have some kind of food to just grab and go. So like little snacks like applesauce cups are fantastic, granola bars, cereal, rice. And when I mean an extra stash of those, not having your pantry, jam-packed with them, but just keeping those little items in mind and grabbing them when they are on sale and having a little bit on hand. And an awesome thing to also invest in, I'm telling you, because the power does go out, is a manual can opener. So you can open up and get those foods. We always had an electric can opener, and then one time we had the power go out, so we had invested in just a simple manual can opener, and it made a difference. So stay tuned, because in a few moments, I'm going to show you a couple items in my stockpile that I definitely have on hand for fall and winter. But we're going to dive into a couple of more things that you should have extras on hand. As far as pet supplies and baby supplies, I would say have a 3 to 4 week extra amount on hand during the winter time if you can. Look for those deals. Target's always having gift card deals on pet food and on baby supplies. But if you have a pet and you need dog food or dog treats, grab an extra bag, grab an extra 2 bags, whatever the sale allows. Dog food has a pretty good expiration date. Or if your dog takes meds, check with your vet and see maybe if you can get an extra month of meds just to have them on hand for the cold weather. Same thing for a baby. You do not want to run low on formula, diapers, wipes, all of those baby needs, including any type of toddler meds or anything that you might need if your baby gets sick. One good thing is to go through your first aid kit and update your kit. Have everything that you need as far as make sure that you have a working thermometer, that you have Band-Aids, ointment, all that kind of stuff, including cough, cold meds, cough drops, pain relief, so that you're not running out at midnight to go ahead and grab these supplies. Really simple. We get a lot of deals, especially starting in the month of October, which we're in. So just keep your eyes open for great deals. Go through and make sure your ointments aren't, 12 years old. Make sure they're up to date and not expired, along with your cold meds. We have had the power go out for it was pretty close to like over a half a day. And in the winter, that can be really grueling and really difficult and uncomfortable. Great advice is to go ahead and go to a relative's, family, friend if you have that option. But let's face it, not all of us have that option, or maybe you know, the person that we want to go ahead and go to is not home at the time. So what do we do? Well, you can prep now for that. And this may happen or this may not happen as far as the power going out. But always good to have an extra stash of candles on hand for those times. Now, it's great when you have a ton of candles, but if you don't have a lighter, the candle is absolutely no good. So invest in, I would say, at least 2 lighters so you have those on hand in case the power does go out. Another good thing to have on hand is extra blankets, and don't have those little wimpy blankets for winter time because we don't like those winter blankets at all. You want something that's cozy and warm. We had it when my son Joe, he was under 1, and that was when our power went out for almost an entire day, and it was in the middle of winter. It was freezing weather, and we had lots of blankets on hand to go ahead and stay warm. And actually at the time, it was out for such a long time that we ended up going to the mall where, of course, we had some free heat and just spent most of the day there just to keep warm. But blankets are perfect to have on hand. Couple of options if you don't have a lot of blankets. What I usually do is when I update my comforter sets or my kids' bedding, I always keep the comforter for an extra blanket, whether we have people over for a sleepover, they have friends over, anything like that. So always keep those. And you can find great blankets at garage sales, at thrift stores. Most importantly, you need to watch those really good, or Walmart sometimes will have clearance items on blankets. And don't skimp on the batteries. Stock up on some batteries. One thing is who has a flashlight or who knows where their flashlight is? I am guilty of currently not knowing where our flashlight is at. So make sure you have a designated spot for your flashlight. Keep it with your candles, keep it with your lighters, so everything is kind of grouped together. If you have a little chest or something to keep those blankets in, so you know if it's getting cold at night, you can just go right to that area. But always have your batteries, not only for your remote controls, because that's when ours seems to go out, but for your flashlights, for, you know, other things that you need. There's so many sales going on for buy one, get one free on packs at Walgreens that you should be stocking up. And another thing that you can stock up on are warm clothing. During the winter months, I tend to stock up on extra socks, extra like warm pants, whether it's, you know, jogging suit type pants for the kids, because they can wear them as PJs as well. You can get them at Walmart for like $5, so they're super duper cheap. But nice warm socks and warm clothing, extra pajamas are always good to have on hand. And oh my goodness, don't forget about your car. Go into your car and make sure that you have necessary supplies. I always keep a little first aid kit with like Band-Aids and alcohol wipes, things like that for winter time. But make sure you have that ice scraper, because here in Illinois, we get some chilly weather, and there's been times when I didn't have the ice scraper in the car ready to use in the winter season, and that is absolutely no fun. Make sure you have those supplies. And let's face it, in the winter, it's just too darn cold to really go out and do things. And being in this pandemic too this year, it doesn't give us many options to go out. So make sure that you're stocked with fun activities for the kids and for yourselves at home. Whether it's grabbing books, go to your local library. I know our local library will have like books for sale that they're just not keeping in the library anymore that you can grab for like as cheap as $1. So stock up on those. Visit the Dollar Tree for fun things like puzzles, coloring books, little games, little extra toys when the weather's cold or rainy, and then go through your game supplies. One thing that we love to do is play games, and we also love to watch movies. So maybe just grabbing a new game or a new movie will be something fun for the season. All right, so we are in my basement right now, and one thing that I do as a couponer is I do have a stockpile. Now, I don't have a huge giant stockpile. I like to kind of keep it throughout the house, especially in areas where we're using products like in the bathroom. I want to have my extra toothpaste, body wash, hair care, all of that good stuff. In the kitchen, I like to keep extra hand soap, dish detergent, dish tabs, all of those necessities. But I do keep a stash in our basement. And one necessity for my family is toilet paper. We go through toilet paper so much that it's really a need to have some extra on hand. So again, you know, to grab a couple of extra packs of toilet paper when there's a really great sale, or if you're a Costco shopper and you buy that gigantic package, if you can find it in your budget to maybe grab an extra one and have it on hand, especially in winter time. You know, my family tends to, you know, somebody gets sick and then we all get sick, or weather is really bad and slick and we just don't want to take that risk of going out. It's good to have this stuff on hand. So here we are at another favorite section in my basement. It's kind of like my laundry, cleaning, hand sanitizing section, because let's face it, in winter, you want to keep those hands clean. You want Kleenex for those noses, no drippy noses, because you don't want to spread the germs, especially more now than ever. So stocking up on items like Kleenex, hand soap, getting an extra tube or two of hand sanitizer, Lysol wipes are always great things to have on hand. So if you're not a couponer and you want to have this extra stash but save money, be sure to follow me on this channel or follow me at savvycouponshopper.com. So check out that Kleenex. I've got plenty of Kleenex and feminine care as well for a ways to go. Hand soap, I mean, if you run out of hand soap, you can use dish soap. And I grabbed these Methods. They were like $1.70 each. Target had an amazing deal. So stay tuned. I'm definitely looking out for deals like that. And I got a great deal on these Mrs. Meyer's too, where these were like $1.30 each. So stay tuned. With my husband's job, it is a necessity to have Lysol wipes and hand sanitizer on hand. So this is a little bit extreme, but I stock up on these supplies for him at work. He's also helped out coworkers, so it's really good to have those extra supplies for him. And then there we have some laundry detergent. Investing in a freezer is an awesome investment. When I purchased this particular freezer from a local store, they had a deal. It was $99 and you got $100 in coupons on food, and several of them were free product items. So look for your local grocery stores for just deals that they might be doing, especially with winter. But having an extra stock of frozen foods, it just makes it that much easier to have meals. And we're going to start meal prepping. So we've been eating what has been in our freezer, but this is a great investment. So guys, I hope those tips, you find something helpful, you find something to think about. It's not about going crazy and spending a ton of money on food or things. It's just about planning and being a smart person, just knowing where things are and knowing that you're ready for the cold season ahead. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and I'll catch y'all in the next one.